Right, where's my notes? Right, here we go. Hello, how we're getting on? So we're back again with another video. Just thought I'd jump on and do a quick review of our pre-season tour of Spain. So we've just finished the two pre-season friendlies where we played Nottingham Forest and CD Eldense. But I just wanted to touch on, all the hype over the past week or so of the new away strip, which is a thing of beauty, of course. Absolutely love it, and I will be trying to get my hands on one on Friday. I'm a little bit concerned that it kind of took the focus away from what the real issues are, and that's the playing side of things. You can have the nicest strip in the world, but if you've got the same old shite still wearing it, you're not going to get anywhere. A nice strip does not win you games. These two games in Spain, for me, have highlighted there's a long, long way to go on the playing side of things to get where we need to be. Nottingham Forest on Friday night, we started off with this lineup. So we had Anthony Patterson in goal. Left back we had Dennis Serkin. Two centre halves had Alicia Luke O'Nien. Trey Hummel at right back. Dan Neil and Chris Rigg in the middle, with Job playing slightly a more advanced role with Jack Clark, Patrick Roberts and Eliza Mayenda up front. Now, that's a pretty strong lineup. Pretty much enough our first team, I would have thought, with the exception of possibly the centre forward. Now, I was impressed with the work rate. The first 15-20 minutes, Nottingham Forest looked good. They looked at it. They looked more fitter than we did. But after that, after the first 15-20 minutes, we kind of grew into the game. Chris Rigg in particular was getting stuck in the midfield, getting his foot on the ball and making things happen. And we actually took the lead on 22 minutes. I think it was Chris Rigg who was fouled in the penalty box, ran through, and Jack Clark, upstepped Jack Clark to score his second penalty of pre-season, winning 1-0. Now, like I said, that first half for me was quite good. I was impressed to see how we're pressing high up the pitch in these little triangles, and we do look decent, shall we say, like I say, against a very, very good Premier League side. Now, went into the game at half time 1-0. However, come out the second half, Nottingham Forest made 11 changes, and they scored pretty much straight from the kick-off. Omar Richards with a good finish from the left-hand side made it 1-1. But again, after the first 15-20 minutes of the second half, I thought we took control again. 70 minutes we made a load of changes as well. We made a load of changes ourselves. But we saw the game out and got a 1-1 draw. Now, in particular, Chris Rigg, Dan Neil, I thought Job had a decent game as well. Eliza Mayenda, I thought, did quite well in the first half especially. Second half, he kind of tired a bit and went out the game. But he's still only young, he's still developing, but he did show signs of promise. Then that kind of took us into Sunday's game against Eldense. Spanish second division against 16th in the Championship, the English second division, so it was quite well matched teams. We started off that game with this lineup. Simon Moore making his first appearance for Sunderland in goal. Timothy Pembelia, Joe Anderson, Leo Hjelde, Jefferson Bennett left back. Alan Brown making his first start. Elliot Embleton, Adil Aushish in midfield, with Tommy Watson making his first start for the club. Romain Mundell and Nazari Ruzhin up front. Now, some of them players on that team who started should be looking to make a start, and to be fair, they didn't. Watson started the game well and opened the score in the 22nd minute. A fantastic crossfield ball from Adil Aushish. Watson brought it down, cut inside, rifled a shot in with his left foot. Great goal, and we're winning 1-0. But that was kind of as good as it got. Embleton, Benetti, Pembelia and Mundell constantly give the ball away. That Pembelia especially was awful. I don't know what it is, whether the injury that he's had's knocked him, or he just looks a shadow of a player. He just got no confidence. He keeps losing the ball. Embleton the same. His injury, and I still coming back off his injury, but he looked miles off the pace. Ruzhin as well is not a centre forward. Even though he's got fantastic work rate, You can see he's not a centre forward. He had a couple of good chances in pre-season and missed them both. But work rate doesn't score you goals. Eldense equalised on the 31st minute when Mundell gave the ball away on the left-hand side. The cross came in. It was the centre-half who finished it off. It was 1-1 at half-time. We made 2 changes at the break, so Tommy Watson went off, who I think will probably feel a little bit aggrieved that he went off for Lewis Emir. And Jay Matete came on in the middle of the park for Alan Brown. Alan Brown, I thought, did quite well for his first start. He's a little bit behind in fitness. He started the game well, but then tired as the half went on, which is understandable. But early on, looked neat and tidy, sitting in that deep lying role. Matete, when he came on, for me, looked off the pace again. He's a League One player at best, and he's going to be nowhere near the first team. Emir offered very, very little. Second half we were terrible again, giving the ball away in bad areas, and to be fair, Eldense could have been 3-4, 5-1 up before the 70th minute. We then made a load of changes. O'Nien, Alicia, Certain, Neil, Clark, Joe Roberts and Hume all replaced Pembele, Anderson, Hjelde, Bennett, Embleton, Elshish, Russian and Mundell. The difference was instant. We took control of the game as soon as them lads came on. Looked much better, much more controlled. And then Lewis Emir, a crunching tackle from Dre Hume. The ball rolls to Emir. There's an out on it. He looks up, takes a couple of strides, and absolutely rifles a rocket right into the top left-hand corner in the stanchion. Now, why can't he do that more often? Now, it's only pre-season. When he did the same last pre-season, he had a good 4 or 5 games where he scored some good goals. But he doesn't do it often enough. He's got a rocket of a shot. It was a fantastic finish. But I'm still not convinced that there's a player good enough to play for us at the moment, whether he needs a loan spell. Even when he scored, he looked downhearted and looked pissed off. I think even you can see Job actually mouth and smile when he scores, So he didn't even get excited about it. So whether it's his laid back attitude, but for me, he looks like a player who's pissed off and wants to be away. But like I've said, the worry for me is these so-called reserve players, and they weren't good enough to what we need. Some of the first-time players aren't good enough, so the worry is that if we were to lose, Dennis Certain, for example, if Jack Clark was to leave, where would we be? We're massively, massively short in areas in the pitch. I'd definitely be looking for another left back. Jefferson Bennett played out of position. He's played 2 games at left back now and he struggled, but he's not a left back. Another one, but where's he going to fit into the side? Probably Mundell is ahead of him as well. Tommy Watson's probably ahead of him now as well. So does Bennett go out on loan again? Do we cut our losses and get rid of him? Embleton, I'll give him a bit of a break. He's come back from injury. But for me, again, he's a League One player at best. I just don't see him making it in the Championship. Like I've said, Matete is a League One player at best as well. I've seen nothing to convince me otherwise. And Pembele, like I've already said, he looks like a player just so short on confidence. Whether it's took the edge off him, the competitive edge, these injuries where he's frightened to go in for a tackle. But he just doesn't look like he's going to make it either. For a player who's at PSG and showing so much potential, he's really, really struggled since we signed him. But overall, I think it's been a worthwhile trip. It's been 2 decent run-outs. Like I said, the first game with the stronger lads, the stronger squad was good. The first half against Nottingham Forest. Last 20 minutes against Eldense, they looked really, really good and looked better. Pleased to see that the kind of the behind the scenes of Reggie Lebris mic'd up and trying to get his message across to the team. And it's encouraging to see that he wants things doing quicker and faster, and he wants that press when with and without the ball. It's great to see. Let's hope the players are good enough to implement his style before the season starts. We've got another 2 pre-season games, or 3 pre-season games to go before the season starts, and let's hope we can get that message across. But like I said, left back I'll be looking for. If Certain gets injured, we'll be left with Hjelde playing there. Now I thought Hjelde looked decent in the games he's played at centre half. Again, the opposition aren't the best, but he's looked decent. He looked a better centre half than just a left back. Anderson I thought did quite well as well. For a young lad, he's done well in the games he's played. Now Ekwart is an interesting one. He hasn't really played much. He came on a sub, I think, in the first game against Forest. It didn't come on at all in the second game or started. So does that mean he's away? You know he's been linked with Udinese there. For me, I've got a feeling he might be away and not wanting to get injured. We're just trying to get the right fee. So what's your thoughts on that? Would you let Ekwa go? If it's a decent fee, I probably would. Another one who's in and out, hasn't really got that consistency to play week in, week out. He has one good game in about 3 or 4. But we'll have to wait and see how that one pans out. We've got Blackpool on Saturday. We'll wait and see what kind of team we'll play on Saturday. I'm guessing as the pre-season games go on, we'll start to get more and more towards our strongest side. Transfer front, again, it's still quiet. I know we've been linked with Alexander Mendy from Caen, the League 2 top goal scorer in France. Now, if we can get him, he's 30-year-old, he looks big and strong, he knows where the net is. He'd be a great signing in my opinion. Yes, I know people are saying he's a League 2 striker in France, but he scored 23 goals in 30-odd games last year. He knows where the net is. And the French second division possibly could be a little bit similar to the English Championship. So it's a good sign that we're looking at these type of players. I know Jay Stansfield is available from Fulham, but they want £5 million for him. Is he worth that? I don't think he is. But who would you go for? What's your thoughts? Who would you let go? Who would you keep? What kind of striker do you think? Do you think Mendy will be a good one to bring in? But we're on to Blackpool on Saturday at Bloomfield Road, and we'll see what kind of team. Hopefully, we might have 1 or 2 in before then. But let me know what your thoughts are on the Spanish pre-season trip. If you were there, let us know how it went. What was your thoughts if you were there first hand? Let us know your general thoughts on the team and how we're progressing so far. Now, the shirt competition for the retro France shirt went to a 3-way tie with 3 people correctly predicting 5 goals. They were Alex Dixon, John Ruddock and Kate and Joey. So, went to a tie. Let's see who won. Yes, so well done, Alex Dixon. You have won that retro France shirt. If you can send your contact details to the email, which is in the description below, and I'll get that shirt sent out for you ASAP. But well done. The home shirt, there's been a notification today. The home shirt is back in stock tomorrow, so at 8 o'clock. So if anybody wants the home shirt, it's been restocked. They are on sale from 8 o'clock in the morning. The away strip, the new one, is available from Friday at 8 o'clock online and in the shop. Fingers crossed I can get myself one of them. But let me know what your thoughts are on that away strip. I think it's absolutely fantastic. It's beautiful. Even the training gear is lovely as well. So off the pitch, we're getting there. On the pitch, still a lot and a long way to go in my opinion. But thanks for watching. Please like, share and subscribe if you don't mind. I need 2 more subscribers to get to 3,400. If you're a regular viewer and you come back and you like the content and you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. It's free, doesn't cost you out, and you'll get notified whenever there's a new video up. Till the next time, thanks for watching. Take it easy, stay safe, and we'll speak soon. Ta-ra.